Hello.
Here we are. I'm gonna
Yo,
start this.
That was a nice little
podcast.
intro song. I was feeling it.
Oh,
Cheers, my friends.
cheers.
It's over.
It's over.
Hell yes.
Dude,
So
woke up this afternoon because it's Saturday
Yeah, I
and
slept.
saw it all and was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It's finally over.
to the millions of people watching our podcast.
That's how many people watch this podcast?
1 million on the dot every time.
Joe Biden is officially our president-elect, and Kamala Harris is vice president-elect.
We got the
Crazy.
air horns.
Yep.
It's
from
official.
Staples.
Dude. Like, okay, but let me ask you guys this: like, could it change?
I don't
Like,
think so.
No, like it's set. Like he is
Well-
definitely going to be the president.
I mean, there's going to be lawsuits, and there's definitely, I've heard recounts happening in Wisconsin, but in Wisconsin, there was a recount in 2016, and apparently the swing count for the recount was only like 140 votes,
Damn.
and he like trails by like 5,000 in Wisconsin or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's definitely going to drag out for.
What?
That's it. People are blowing us up. Everybody's like, he won, he won, he won, he won.
I mean,
Dude, I'm so happy.
there's a lot of people in that are not happy. Like,
I know.
And that's what I'm trying to think about. I'm like, okay, like, are Trump supporters going to go crazy tonight in the city? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
I saw a tweet that said like people are protesting in Maricopa County, like Phoenix.
Uh-huh.
People are protesting in Detroit. But it's like the one place they knew they weren't going to like protest was Atlanta. They're like, do not fucking come to Atlanta.
Don't need any more of that.
Yeah, they're like, they were smart about that one. It's like, I'd stay away from Atlanta too. Fucking protesting.
Yeah.
Is he gonna? Because he addressed the nation last night. Is he gonna talk again or what?
Probably.
Yeah, he's gonna have to.
He's
Yeah.
taking a nap. I've been calling him Sleepy Joe, and then I'm saying Sloppy Joe.
Dude, that's one thing that Trump has always he's always been really good at the nicknames of people and getting them to stick.
Yeah.
Like people called like Hillary Crooked Hillary. Like he just says it one time and then it like people take it. And dude, whenever I heard the Sleepy Joe thing, I was like, that just makes him sound kind of cute, you know, kind of love it. he's like one of like the 7 dwarves.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad. Call me Sleepy Pete. I'd be loving it.
I love sleep.
Dude, so do you think Donald Trump will keep tweeting as much as he does, or will he take a break from Twitter?
I hope he takes a break because here's the thing. At the end of the day, we can sit here. Well, we're not even 5 minutes in yet, so I'm not going to cuss. But like at the end of the day, as much crap as he says and he does, he's still a human. And you know, we can play YG, F Donald Trump, and all this stuff, but he's still a human, and he just needs to. Dude, if I was him, just like you got money, dog. Like you don't need to be the president. Just go chill.
Yeah, kick back, dude.
Go bang some hookers. Go play some golf. You're like 78. Just go chill, man.
I don't know. I think he's still going to continue just because like his base is like he's rallied all these people around him, and he's like, I got to keep it going. I mean, he's already like, there's reports coming out. He's going to like thinking about 2024.
Listen,
like,
he's gonna show up next on Supermarket Sweep.
Dude, yeah.
Next reality show.
Dude, yeah. Just go back to TV. Like, just chill.
The thing is, like with any major network, like ABC is owned by Disney. They're not going to pick up any of his shows. NBC absolutely hates him. Fox might do something. And then what's the other one? CBS. Like
NBC,
he's going to get his book deal, but I don't know, dude. It's still a strange time. Like he's not our president, but he's still around.
Right.
So, yeah. Dude, he just I mean, and like he's still gonna I think he's still gonna like do like rallies and stuff, you know. Like
For sure.
he's
Yeah.
I mean, because you can tap into I mean, that's a revenue source right there. You can
Think
sell
about
all these
those
flags, and
dude. He's made
tickets,
so much money off those flags.
hats.
If
Yeah.
you think about it, it's kind of like a cult.
It
It's
is.
like these people follow this one human being and they just like, I don't know, like I feel like I kind of have a cult maybe.
Do you think you have a cult?
I mean, she was on Flavor of Love or whatever.
At the Ice Cube cult.
The Ice
Yeah.
Cube cult.
Well,
I'm glad it's over, and I'm
yeah,
glad that
congratulations to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I think, hey, you know what? That's great for her because that sets a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like bars, especially for young women growing up in this time, in this world. Like, if you want to do it, you can fucking do it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can swear.
No.
yeah, we're past the 5-minute mark.
All right, cool.
Yeah, she's saw things. She's the first Black and Asian American to be vice president. She's the
That's
first
dope.
woman to be vice president and the first HBCU grad to be vice president. So a lot of history
That's
there.
big.
And she's from Oakland. Like she's a young woman from Oakland. Like that's crazy.
Good for her.
Yeah. Granted, like I don't want to take away from the moment because I mean, as much as I'm not the biggest fan of hers, like I do like her a lot, but she was also chosen to be vice president. Granted, she ran for president, but like
Right.
it would have been great if she like was the president, like she ran for presidency. You know what I mean? But not to take away from the moment, she's our vice president. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, and if Joe Biden can't live out the 4 years, then she becomes the president.
Well, it's not if he can't. He's not going to. Like the dude is 78 years old. He can
no,
barely.
79.
He's 79 years old. He can
I
barely
think 79.
form a sentence. Like he's not. He's not going to be the president for the
He also-
entire 4 years.
The thing is, he also has a stuttering problem he's had since he
Yeah.
was a child.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to
We're
take away
making
from
fun
that.
of
Like people were like, he can't finish the sentence. It's like, well,
But dude,
Yeah.
he's clearly suffering from some sort of mental decline. Like
and
that's
so-
without
and
question.
Trump isn't. Trump's
No.
78.
No, Trump's mental disorder is on a different level. I'm talking about Biden though. Like
Yeah.
they both have disorders.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like from what I'm saying right now, I'm extremely grateful that Trump is not going to be in office anymore. I'm just saying out of the two choices, like
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm going to go with Biden, but would he
Yeah.
have been my first pick?
No.
If fuck no. But
60,000 people voted for Kanye. That's crazy.
dude,
There's
60,000
60,000 morons in this country. 60,000 decrepit pieces of shit.
Dude, did you watch him on Rogan where he was like Rogan like kept trying to be like, okay, dude, like if you're seriously gonna run, like, and he was trying to like present him with these things like what would you do about this? And then Kanye would go on like a rant and like never answer it, and like he just doesn't have a
Dodges it.
Yeah.
he doesn't know.
Or the Lord is going to guide me when I get there. It's like, no, we want to know now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't be throwing up Hail Marys.
Yeah. 60,000 people. And the dumbest thing, he's like, first of all, he filmed himself putting his ballot in, which is illegal.
That's illegal?
Yeah, you can't film yourself filling out your ballot or putting it into the ballot machine. That's illegal.
Is that state by state or is that a federal thing?
I think that's a federal thing.
I've never heard that.
I'm like 80% sure it's illegal in some capacity to film yourself filling out your ballot and putting it in.
Can you
Like
vote for
showing
yourself?
the yeah, you could vote for yourself. You could have gone to the ballot place and wrote in Amanda Habrowski.
What the fuck? Why did I do that?
Because
You
you would
would've
have been a moron too.
You would have had point
I'm
zero
like, one
zero
vote.
0.000001% of the vote.
Yeah.
They pop your little emoji
But-
up there.
The thing was, like, he voted in Wyoming because that's where his residency is, and he only voted for himself and didn't vote for any local elections or any local measures. So it's like you talk about like inspiring people and like doing and voting, but you don't care about what's happening in Wyoming either. You only care about yourself. Literally. Like fuck you, dude.
I could be a good mayor of Detroit because I would fucking live and eat and breathe by the city that I'm from.
Detroit.
Detroit came
Detroit
through.
showed up
Detroit came through.
for real.
You didn't. You're in Oregon.
Hey, we still came through.
Yeah. Oregon always comes through blue.
Yeah.
Dude,
But,
my building is all boarded up.
Is
Really?
it?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right on that
You're
waterfront.
boarded up. Like, okay, what do you think is going to happen in Michigan tonight, Oregon tonight, or Texas tonight?
Will depend. Like,
I don't think that anything is going to happen here, like in Saginaw.
yeah,
But there might be some stuff happen in Detroit.
Detroit
because-
is the blackest city in America. Nobody's gonna go there and do shit. Like, there's no fucking way.
Dude, there were rednecks here trying to kidnap the governor.
Oh, God.
Well,
Do
yeah,
you not remember
no,
that?
I do,
Those
but
people still exist.
they're in jail.
And
but-
they're probably mad.
Yeah, but but that was in secret, right? They found him. It was happening in secret. It wasn't happening out loud. Like, there's no rally that's going to show up in Detroit and be like, we're going to burn this place down. Like, there's no way the blackest city in America is going to be like, yeah, okay. No fucking way.
Right.
No fucking way. And
I'm just saying,
then-
if anything was going to happen in Michigan, it would be in Detroit. It's not going to happen in Saginaw, dude. Like,
No.
there's nothing to
yeah,
loot
Saginaw,
or riot here.
Saginaw probably went red, I'm assuming.
Saginaw.
At least in San Antonio, the thing about Texas is like every major city went blue every major city went blue. So El Paso, San Antonio,
Damn.
Houston, Fort Worth, Dallas were all blue, but the rest of the state, Laredo went blue.
That state's basically Republican.
Yeah. So
I wonder
I
if you're
mean-
gonna get some shit in the streets.
maybe, but like San Antonio, like we were like when the whole George Floyd thing happened, San Antonio was loud out here. Like it was just as like tense as it was like in Portland. Like it was pretty bad down here.
Yeah.
Like in June.
I think out of the three cities, Portland is going to have something happen.
It's notorious out there. You get those
Yeah.
people from Troutdale or whatever,
I'm like, what?
right?
Dude,
Am I wrong? Troutdale?
But the,
Yeah,
Troutdale or in Gresham. But like, here's the
Gresham.
thing. Here's the thing that I noticed about Portland is there could be a federal bill passed that says we don't care who you are or anything like that. Everyone that lives here is getting $1,000 a day, and people are going to throw riots about that.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be a protest about anything and everything.
But
Yeah.
shout out to Oregon though. They free preschool for the whole state.
Free
For the
preschool
kids.
is
Free-
preschool not free?
No,
No, dude.
no. They passed a bill saying any kid who goes to preschool's free at this point in Oregon.
And you can take mushrooms legally for psychotherapy and stuff,
Yep.
you know.
Psilocybin
anxiety
therapy.
and shit.
Psilocybin, yeah. I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, like, do I go to fucking Rite Aid and be like, here's my prescription for mushrooms?
I think you're gonna have to. I'm guessing, but I would think that you would have to be like in like they're not just gonna give you mushrooms and then like let you go. I think you're gonna have to like stay in like
Yeah.
Like,
a
they're
place.
observant.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like a
Decriminalize
therapy session.
all drugs out here, dog. All
who else?
drugs.
That's
Arizona
gonna
passed.
be interesting too.
Arizona passed legal marijuana. New Jersey did. There was a couple other states that did as well. So now there's 16 states in some capacity where it's medical or recreational.
Dude, I think that's the biggest victory. I think is the
I
war on
agree.
drugs. is like
marijuana.
I'm also just curious as to like when people put these bills in place, why don't they put it like in the next column down or the next paragraph where it's like anybody who has an offense like should get their charges dropped, because it's like there's people still in jail for fucking selling marijuana.
For a
But
fucking
hey, it's
dime
legal now.
bag.
Yeah, and it's like that's
Yeah.
not cool. Like, come on. Like, if you're
Weed,
gonna do it right.
Yeah, you can't
So.
keep people in prison for having drug possession. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the goofiest things.
Once
ever.
you make it legal.
I was asking the question, what's the difference between prison and jail? And I learned that jail, you're like awaiting trial, you know what I'm saying, before you get sentenced. And then when you get sentenced, you go to prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be in either.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, super happy that I think like in our lifetime we're gonna see at least marijuana on a federal level be completely decriminalized, and
Yeah.
I think that's way overdue.
Yeah.
I mean, because you look at
Happened, like,
this,
10 years ago.
like you look at the prohibition on alcohol, and that's, I mean, you clearly can see how many people alcohol has killed. Like it's killed numerous, millions of people. And just because it's packaged up and sold and they got the Blue Mountains or whatever,
Yeah.
it's accepted and, you know, even glorified. But you get someone smoking a joint in a certain state and you're going to prison, buddy. I think that's goofy. So I'm glad that the war on drugs is ending. Very goofy.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
time.
So what's new with you, Ice? We haven't had you on in a while.
Yeah.
You're a boss now.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
The hype button.
I mean, everyone's like, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? I'm like, I feel the same. But now
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do I gotta do? And I was just talking to Clay about this and you, Miho. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's always something that needs to be done, or I always need to be doing something. And then like you realize that, yeah, that's always gonna be the case. And then you just need to prioritize, dude, and just learn like when to shut it off and how to shut it off, but still get your shit done at the same time. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool, and I'm very proud that you are like you finally have the title, but nothing has like changed. Like in reality, you've had the position and the job for what, 4 years at least?
I would like to where I am now, probably the last like year and a half. Like 4 years ago, I was just still on the fucking radio and like that was it. Like I didn't have any like.
That's not true. 4 years ago, I was thinking about this. I had just arrived in Portland 4 years ago because I was there. My first week in Portland was the election.
Oh
And
my
when
God.
I walked in, like you were kind of the boss already. Like people
Yeah.
knew like you were the person.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
so-
how it'd be if I ran for president. I 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
But then
That's
in, like, I don't know.
that's something like I think I've seen a lot as with the layoffs in the radio industry. Like a lot of people don't know about it, but there was another round of layoffs this last week.
Yep.
I
heart.
Yeah, and other companies. Not to single them out, but this year has been incredibly difficult for radio.
It has.
And it's hard with all these skeleton crews everywhere, like when to shut it off. Like that's something I've been struggling with because out here it's just me and my boss, and Clay's
Yeah.
pretty much running that thing by himself. And you guys
Kinda
got
out here.
3 people for 2 stations, and it's just like when there's so much work to do, like when to turn it off. And
Yeah,
that's something like
Yeah. Lack of
it's rough
promotion.
because we're all in the same position. Like you said, Miho, we in all of our cases we have 1 to 2 people, you know, trying to run a whole thing.
entity.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it
go ahead.
continue. Sorry, I was just going to I was just going to say that like with all these layoffs, it's hard to see these people who like all of us, including the people who are laid off, like put a lot into radio. Like we're in radio for a reason.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's nobody's fault, but it's like, well, you got to go. It's like, what the fuck? Like, can we cut back in other areas, like to not lose the people we need to help these things run, so we don't like you and I were talking, Ice, about this email we got, like, take your time off and like relax, and even if it's, you know, your bedroom to your office, like make sure to take time off. It's like, when do we get time off?
I gotta take time off from this piece of shit. I'm like,
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy the other night, and I was like, I got like 12 like social media accounts hooked up to my phone.
God, you want to add mine?
No.
Dude,
I need an assistant.
that is the hardest part. Well, I mean, one of the hardest parts of the gig is constantly, because like, you know, you get caught up and you're like, okay, today I have to schedule at least 2 days worth of music because so-and-so is leaving and they have to track by this time. And then I also got to get this copy in. It's like, oh shit, I haven't posted anything on socials today. What's happening? You know, is it right? Can I use this image? And it's just like, it's like never ending. Like, I'm sure that there's something that every single one of us could be doing right now for our stations, but you have to.
Dude, I just did.
You have to shut it off.
Yeah.
News updates, dude. I'm like, oh shit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's part of the gig, though. I am taking some time off. I'm going home for Christmas. I missed last year's Christmas, so I'm taking a week off the end of December, so that'll be good.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm taking a week too.
Getting to recharge.
You going home?
I'm going to Idaho.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. You gonna eat some potatoes while you're there?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm going back to the D, baby.
You love
Yeah,
the beef.
Ice is gonna be here the exact time that I'm gone.
I do love the D, and I know that sucks, but so what? I saw you last year, and we'll see each other soon.
Yeah, I'm ready for
How
another.
long have I seen all of you guys. Clay, it's been coming on a year, and Mio,
Yep.
I haven't seen you in person since.
I left a year and 2 months.
God. See,
Yeah.
what people don't know is that we're the 3 best friends.
I'm
Yeah.
ready for another pop-up event.
I know.
Yeah.
I was bummed that this year's got canceled.
Same.
Those are fun.
Those are fun, dude. I was supposed to be on a panel at the Worldwide Radio Summit. That didn't happen this year. Think
Damn
of
it.
all the things that didn't happen this year. I was supposed to go to Iceland. That didn't happen.
Coachella.
That didn't happen.
I was supposed to have 6 more fish shows under my belt.
That
didn't
didn't
happen.
happen.
Bummer.
Damn, dude. I was supposed to have a booty call. That
Booty calls in 2020 during the pandemic, I'm sure have become like, do you think people are hooking up at the same rate during the pandemic, or do you think that it's higher? Do you think that it's lower?
I think it's higher.
You think?
I don't know. It might be lower because people are like, I don't know who they're around.
No,
right.
dude. I think it's maybe out here, like people really don't give a fuck out here.
So, Miho, what you're saying is your hookup rate has increased. during the
No,
pandemic.
no, not since I left Portland.
Oh, dang.
I had a study though in Portland, but
had to get back in the trenches, huh?
yeah. Well, I mean, I've just been. My hookup rate hasn't gone up, but I think in general hookups have gone up just because people are lonely.
That's the stat I want to see. Like Tinder meetups, like I want to see like have those increased, decreased. I also want to see, but I can confidently say that Pornhub stats have probably
those have
gone
gone
through the
up.
roof. And OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I was considering getting an OnlyFans account. Would you guys?
For
Why
what?
don't you? Why
I would
not?
Eat cheese in my underwear.
And people would pay you to watch you do that.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
Is this Gouda?
Do you want some more? Some more?
Yeah.
It got string cheese.
Yeah.
And as I strip a piece of clothing.
Yeah, you could have some extra income there.
We're your new man.
Oh!
Strip cheese.
We're your new managers.
I
We
gotta
want
write that
we want a
down.
percentage.
Hang on, I gotta write that down.
She's writing it down, taking notes.
She just like smothers her boobs in like the nacho cheese.
It's spelled strup tease. Strip.
Strut.
How funny. That's
There
good.
you go. There's your side hustle.
That's
Yeah.
it.
There you go. Screw voiceover and radio, showing my titties with cheese on it.
Dude, I might start an OnlyFans, but only have it be my feet because my feet are so fucked up. And there's got to be some weirdos. There's got to be some weirdos that are into like fucked up feet,
Do it.
even if it's like an extra $100 a month. Just like wiggle my little toe.
What would Miho's OnlyFans be?
Miho's OnlyFans would be him once every 6 months having a mental breakdown and shaving his beard.
There we go. There we go. Now we're
Or I was
talking.
gonna say taking shots of tequila.
This is Jameson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, shouts to Miho. He went like 3 months with no booze or pot or anything.
July, August, September, and October.
Dang.
4 months.
Nice job, Miho.
Thanks. Yeah.
How was sober
That's-
October?
It wasn't fun, but
Been
I
there.
do I do always enjoy, I mean, the act of like
Mm-mm.
fighting the craving
What?
like on what?
Tell her what happened the day after November 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Play.
So I ended sober October on midnight on Halloween
Okay.
and poured myself a bourbon and had a cigar. And I was like, this is nice. I was like, this is nice. And we were playing dominoes. And as the night, and because you also have to remember we got an extra hour.
Right.
So at 1 o'clock it turned 1 o'clock again. So I was like,
No,
okay, here
at
we go.
2 o'clock it turned 1. So
Or
yeah,
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you're right. 1 o'clock it was 1 o'clock again.
Yeah. And so I'm into the night. By this time I'm like slamming beers, celebrating, and I wake up in the middle of the night throwing up on on my girlfriend.
What?
I passed out, woke up in the early hours of the morning, and I was like, just like
You didn't even wait. Okay, so you didn't know that you threw up?
I was throwing up like I was laying on my back and throwing up like into my mouth, and then like raised up and like leaned over and like
You could have died, you idiot.
I know I could have, and like spit it all out right on her. She had to get up and take a shower. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Clay. What are you 21, dog? He's like, fucking
I-
October's over, man.
I know. And I was like,
Sad.
the next day, I was like, oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
21. I need
So-
to chill.
You did 31 days of sobriety, and then you got completely annihilated the night, and then you were done with it. Was
Yeah.
the 30 days worth it?
No.
Like, you
No,
could have been
so-
fucked up that whole month.
Yeah. But I'm glad that I did it,
Yeah.
because I always like coming out of it. I'm like, man, my mental clarity is like, you can 100% tell. Like there are huge benefits of being sober,
Yeah.
and like I was telling Miho, the booze part is fun, but it's easier to resist. The part that gets me is like the edibles at night, like not being able to go to sleep and just like relax and turn off. That was the biggest struggle. So I'm glad to be back.
I'm dead.
What are you doing over there?
Here I come. Could you guys see me the whole time?
I
Kind
couldn't
of.
tell what you were doing.
I was drinking the rest of this bottle of.
Rose.
No, I added cranberry juice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what are
Yeah,
you, a
it's like-
TikTok star now? Just drinking Kool-Aid.
No, listen, I'm trying so hard to get on reality TV, to be the fucking next person on Big Brother. Like, come on. I just don't understand why I'm not on TV yet.
Because all it takes is one TikTok. That dude is fucking worldwide famous
That guy
now. 'Cause of one,
is.
Who?
the skateboarding guy who drank cranberry juice.
Oh yeah,
The
Dogface.
Black guy.
Yeah.
He lives in Idaho. I was like, dude went from Idaho to skateboarding with Khalifa. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Bonnie's
One-
with him.
I'm like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
One piece of content away.
That's all it takes. It's like
That's it.
one song, one piece of content, one song, one picture. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's it.
This guy, my friend Busy, called me last night. He's like, look, we're doing a skit show and we want you to do a skit. I'm like, all right. I'm like, well, I had eczema. And then I got this cream called tacrolimus. And I was like, tacrolimus. Like, it's like that song Gasolina. And
Yeah.
he's like, that's the skit. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to record some shit tonight. Oh,
Yeah.
Bruce Collins update. Here we go. Hang on.
Who?
Bruce Collins. Big old Bruce.
Oh, record high 988 cases of COVID today.
Because people are out
That's a
celebrating.
lot.
In Portland?
In Portland, Oregon.
Mm.
That's like 1,000. Think of how many people died. From,
987.
so, okay, Joe Biden. Now you're in the chair. What's gonna go down?
I mean,
How-
here's the COVID thing is hard because I don't care if it's Trump or Biden or whoever. It's like what can you do? Like what can you do to stop it?
You need a vaccine.
Well, I mean-
that's what you need.
You could mandate masks and have it be a national law, and you get fined if you're without a mask.
Well, that's the same thing with seatbelts, but how often do you put your seatbelt on?
All the time.
What the
Well,
fuck?
I do too.
You're
I
reckless.
do too. Because
You
Not
reckless
because-
driver.
not because it's illegal. I put it on because I can't shut off the dinging in my car.
Wow.
Yeah, you can. Dude, all you got to do is plug it in and sit on your seatbelt behind you. You can do that.
But if I'm gonna go ahead and make that motion anyway, I'm just gonna put it on.
Yeah, but
what-
if you
the point
yeah,
I'm
but the
trying to
thing-
make is
the point-
it's illegal not to wear your fucking seatbelt, but how many people don't wear their fucking seatbelt?
well, then
You can make it illegal to not wear or wear a mask, and you're still gonna have people like it's not gonna.
I think it's more visible if you're out and about on a street. Like you could definitely like ticket someone rather than like if someone's driving 60 miles an hour, you're like, were they wearing their seatbelt or not? Like,
Dude, funny
just-
story and tangent. There's this. So I'm from a small town in Oklahoma. There was this dude there that was always getting pulled over for not wearing a seatbelt, and he wore overalls every day. So what he did was he cut off one of his seatbelts in his car, had someone sew it to his overalls.
I'm dead.
I know. It's like at that point, just fucking wear it. Like you're going through all this like extra trouble to not wear it.
That's funny.
Goofy. But yeah, back on like how do you? Okay, so masks. You make it.
like a law. But as far as the vaccines, people are like, they're going to make everyone take vaccines. Like even someone in my family member said it. They're like, they're going to inject you. They're going to make it. I'm like, they're not. There's no legal way they could do that.
No, they can
Yeah.
ask and you can decline.
Yeah. But as far as a mask mandate,
I'll wear a mask.
you could also like put up a contract to like similar how they do highways. Like there was a contract. I remember there was a tanker in the Bay Area that turned over, lit one of the bridges, not the bridges, but like an overpass. It lit it on fire and collapsed it. And they were like, we're taking the best bidder right now, like to fix this overpass. And like contracts were coming in. They're like, we can get it done in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. This is our price and blah, blah, blah. And the company that got the bid, they went under their bid. They're like, we can get it done in 90 days. And they did it in like 70 days.
Damn.
So like you could offer that, be like, hey, I know everyone's trying to find it. Like I want the biggest, not the biggest bidder, but like we need this now. And like we're willing to give you a government contract. Right now, everyone's just trying to find it, you know, so they can sell it. Be like, oh, Pfizer has now Rite Aid has to bid with Pfizer and all. I don't know. Like,
I
What
thought
are
it
you
was.
talking about again?
I thought it was Pfizer.
no, it's Pfizer.
You telling me the P silent?
P silent.
I got to recut a bunch of commercials.
Oh,
Yo,
great.
shut up. You're not making that money.
No, but I mean, I guess the point or what I was trying to ask is like, it doesn't matter who is the president. Like,
Yeah.
there's no one clear cut way to end the coronavirus.
No,
Like
but
you said, like we don't have a vaccine. We don't have
Yeah.
people wearing their masks and doing social distancing. But the thing is like you can't, like we've seen, like you can't shut down everything. Like you have to, like I think you have to give people the option to like.
yeah.
You can't just stop everything
No.
for how long, you know, like.
But you can change routines and the way you
Yeah.
do things and adapt
Yeah.
to, you know.
You could also ramp up like, hey, instead of like calling out the National Guard for election shit, hey, let's call out the National Guard and build up emergency camps because hospitals are are flooded. Hey,
Mhm.
let's not bicker with governors over PPE and the oxygen machines. Like, let's not do that. We'll figure out the money later. Obviously, we got millions of dollars for new missiles and planes and fucking warships. Could we not bicker with governors over, hey, we need some more oxygen? Or I don't even know what the fucking things are called, but you know what I'm talking about.
The
Hey,
ventilators.
let's not argue with masks and gloves with governors. Like, hey, they could have put in the order earlier. It's like, we don't fucking know, man. Like, let's just not bicker right now and let's fucking get it to these states.
I thought this shit was gonna be like, yeah, cool, July, because like my mom and dad were like planning a trip out here. I'm like, yeah, things will calm down, and like, it's Christmas time almost, dude.
I know.
But it's also the responsibility of the people, right? Like New Zealand did a really good job because they were like, yo, this fucking thing sucks. And granted, they don't have they don't have the amount of people we do. Everyone's like, well, other countries did it. Granted, they don't have 300 million people. They got 70 million people. It might be easier with a smaller country, but it's an example, right? Hey, if everyone just hunkers down for 4 months, maybe we'll come out of this a little bit better. But people are like, it's a fucking hoax. Like, fuck you, and spitting on people. It's like, you want this to be over. Like, you're not making it any fucking better, my guy.
My guy.
My God.
You know, like,
Yeah.
how about
my
you
guy.
not? It's my fucking rights. Doesn't mean you gotta spit on someone right after. Like, you don't know. You don't know their situation. You don't know if they have an autoimmune disease. You don't know if they got, a kid who's autoimmune, like at home.
Diabetes.
Yeah, anything. Like, you don't know if grandma's got like lung issues at home. Like, why are you spitting on people? Why?
By a reindeer.
It's not Christmas yet. We need to get Thanksgiving. Let's not do that.
all right.
But like, as a country, we could have done better. And as like, the governors could only do so much.
Exactly.
And like,
it's on everybody themselves. You need to control what you can control. So why don't people think of other people but themselves? I don't know. Maybe we're selfish fucking.
Yeah, and let's not go on national TV and be like, "What's a hoax? It came from China." It's like, what? You're not saying anything you didn't say last week. Can we just fix the issue? Like, let's get these states like Kentucky, Ohio, Illinois, who aren't as funded as California, Oregon, Washington, Texas, who don't have these high taxes. Like, I'm not saying we should increase taxes, but like, there's smaller states who don't get as much funding, who could have used more PPE in the beginning, and they weren't. But no, our president was on Twitter attacking Governor Whitmer in Michigan. There was our governor attacking Gavin Newsom. All these fires happened. Yeah, fires happen. Let's I don't know, like, things could be better. Things could have been more controlled from the beginning, whether it was Joe Biden or Trump. But obviously, Trump wasn't the guy for the job, in my opinion. Was there silence? What the fuck?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's like nature's disasters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
These pandemics and these wildfires and
I hate the thing. And I also hate the fact that, like, granted, it's not like it's a deadly virus, but people are like, they're going to vaccinate you in this. It's like, we don't need vaccinations. And it's like, well, let's just bring back the smallpox, please. Everyone fucking got the smallpox fucking vaccine. Like
Polio.
or polio. Everybody's like, well, let's get rid of this shit. This shit's not good.
Polo. Was it polio?
Polo. Polo's
Marco.
a water sport, man.
No, there was a teacher that I had in like 3rd grade. She wasn't my teacher, but she was in the building and she had polio. She was like in a wheelchair and shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And she's
Yeah.
lucky. Like that's like people are like, they're gonna vaccinate you. It's like, well, maybe this is a good thing. Like, maybe. Let's just all get that. Like, smallpox is eradicated. Like we have not yet the flu shot.
You guys get flu shots?
I haven't in a while, but I might get it this year because I don't fucking want to tempt fate.
So if there was a COVID shot, would you get it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like right off the bat.
Sign me up, dude. Fuck it.
I don't know. I think I would wait.
You'd wait?
The thing is, like, they're not going to put an untested thing out in the market immediately. Like, they're testing people right now. That's the thing. Like,
True.
There's a person that I read a report. They're like, they stopped his treatment because he got symptoms of something they didn't know. So they're like, all right, let's get him off this shit and let's figure out the serum or whatever. They're not going to put an untested thing.
One of those people.
I mean, they get tons of money and like life insurance and their family is like set up. But fucking
maybe I'm gonna do it then.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah, I mean, if they're like, we finally got a vaccine, it's been tested to like, you are vaccinated from COVID-19. I'd be like, dude, let's go, give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Now that you're kind of selling me on it, I think I would do it too.
Yeah.
Why not?
And it's not like any other.
Shit.
And it's not like anything else on the market fucking doesn't give you fucking side effects like Viagra. It's like, oh, you get a boner, but you also get heart disease. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
bro,
like,
I saw the funniest tweet. I saw the funniest tweet yesterday from John Canzano. And he said, who am I supposed to call if my election lasts more than 4 days?
Come on. That's a
Dude,
one-liner.
Dude, I retweeted that shit so fast. That was the funniest election tweet that I've ever seen.
Yo, he's killing it right now, man. New dude, KXL, all the news people. Shout out to all the news anchors watching this right now for doing all that you did this past week. Because imagine if we all worked for fucking news stations, you guys. That's like their Super Bowl, man.
Yeah. It really is.
Like,
yeah, shout out to all of them.
Nonstop.
Yeah. No sleep.
Wake up, go to bed, not even sleep. Yeah. Get results, find this report.
And all the people counting the votes.
Yeah. Dude, some of those memes, I was cracking the fuck up, dude. Like Count Dracula. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And you know that guy that I don't know if you guys have seen this one. It's this dude. He's like this Filipino dude or something. I don't know where he's from actually, but he's like, this happened before the election, and there's this video of him like counting, but he's singing. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he like just counting. And they were like, people started making memes. Is like, this is the motherfucker we need in Nevada right now. If this dude ain't counting the votes, I don't want it. Dude, I'll try to find it and send it to you guys. It's bizarre.
Post it in the comments.
Let me see if I can find it.
All right. Now, so on some lighter news, Ice, you got to sell this debate. Me and Clay and his cousin were debating last night in our group chat.
Okay.
Gun to your head. You picking Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Oh my God. Can I pick O-Town?
Fuck you. No. Nobody gives a shit about O-Town or 98 Degrees.
I guess I would say NSYNC.
Fuck yeah. Now we're talking. Clay said Backstreet Boys.
Oh, yeah, NSYNC just because Justin Timberlake. Or I guess you could say Backstreet Boys because of fucking... who was it again?
Yeah, exactly. My point.
Howie? Fuck, that guy was ugly.
Howie? Yeah. Yeah, no.
NSYNC.
NSYNC has a better catalog. We're talking about music.
I agree with that too. I think NSYNC has had more hits
For
than
sure.
the Backstreet Boys.
They got better dance moves.
Yeah, and I just think NSYNC had more individually as well of like careers that did not come out of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. They were just a better group. They got
AJ McLean is on Dancing with the Stars. Okay?
so was Joey Fatone.
Oh,
What's one thing that Justin Timberlake has done outside of NSYNC?
everything.
He was in The Social Network. He was in Trolls.
Didn't he?
One
write
and
Never heard
it?
of
two.
it. Never heard of it.
Uh-huh. He is married to Jessica Biel, one of the hottest
Yeah.
women on earth.
I'll hit
is
the high
hot.
porn for that.
Cheers to Jessica Biel.
Yeah. He was in a couple good movies. He's in that movie Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
He's also produced music for a bunch of other artists. And
Outside
he's worked
himself.
and he's worked with Pharrell and NERD. What has Backstreet Boys done? They've done nothing.
Nick
I think they have
Carter
a better
was,
catalog.
And let's not forget the beautiful ramen hair.
Yes, I was just gonna say ramen noodle haircut.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Ramen
haircut is
noodle.
kind of fire, though.
No, it's not.
It is.
No,
I'm telling you.
no, Clay. No,
Watch. Watch. It'll come back.
no.
It'll come back.
You better be the first one. You bring it back.
How am I going to bring it back, dude? I'm losing my hair at an alarming rate.
You better get one of those hair injections. You better start that shit right now.
I think it's too late for me.
Nah,
Give up,
dude.
give up.
What?
Botox.
You got
Botox?
Botox?
I'm going
get-
to.
Why?
Why? Why not?
That's weird. Don't do that.
Do it.
Well, I'm doing it
Do it.
because look at my forehead too.
Do it.
You're
do whatever.
supposed to have wrinkles.
Do whatever makes you happy, Ice.
Like, you know how, like, whenever you look at
know?
people and they've had like Botox or plastic surgery, and what you do is you throw off the Fibonacci sequence on your face. Like, whenever
Shut
The
people,
fuck- now he's talking out his ass.
Dude, you do.
Let me
Dude, you have
Google
a,
this.
you have a certain like if you like shrink your nose or like to do shit, if you like start fucking with stuff, like people look and they're like, something's off.
No,
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm
Look-
telling you.
The only reason
That-
you better inject yourself. I don't want it to be Botox. I want it to be like Whiz Cheese
Ugh.
or Cheese Whiz, whatever.
I'll put it on it.
Yeah, got a
Hey, guys,
snack
you got
for
cheese box.
got a snack for later. Just wipe it off and lick it.
I
Ugh.
can just fucking take that squeeze cheese and go,
Are you serious?
I cannot.
yes.
I cannot.
You can't.
The only
Yeah.
time I
Is
eat
there anything you could do with that? Like just take it and go.
Go what?
yeah, do it again.
How'd it go? I could do that with chocolate syrup.
Yeah,
Oh.
probably like beer or whiskey.
Yeah, I could do that with beer too.
No.
I'm trying
Not
to think.
Cheese Whiz though.
Yeah.
That gives me the fucking willies.
Cheese willies.
Cheese willies.
Maybe like
Mio's
I re-
thinking.
I am. Well, I don't think you've had it, but Clay's had it. That Whataburger spicy ketchup.
I haven't.
It's really good.
It is good.
Yeah. Or their honey butter shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I thought you were gonna say honey bunches of oats.
Yeah.
He really loves Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yeah, just make my mouth just dry as shit. No, you got to come visit, Ice.
Dude, I know. Who are you hanging out with? Anybody? You just chilling? You still got that
Me?
dog?
Yeah. No, I
You
just
got
got rid of him. I got rid of him after 2 months.
To be
No.
fair, it was a conversation that you were considering.
He was being a pain in my ass, but we're good now.
Aw.
We're past our like growth period, and he's just a homie. We went on a 3-mile hike this morning. He's tired. He's
Damn.
Mio and Joey, Clay and Gabby, and Ice
Yeah.
and Smoke Man.
he's plopped down. I don't know if can you see him?
No. There he is.
There he is.
He'll be like, "What the fuck?"
I got my headphones.
Whatever.
All right, let's switch gears. We've talked about the election.
Yep.
We've talked
Yep.
about Cheese
Talked
Whiz.
about Backstreet
We
Boys.
talked about COVID. We talked about Kamala Harris. We talked about
We've talked about all of the
Band.
important issues.
OnlyFans. We talked about
Oh.
everything.
I talked to Ice about it. I've talked to you about it, but I guess we should let the people know that obviously I'm in the same background. I didn't buy a house.
You
I was
did
I was so close to buying a house. I told you. I had
You
an
told me
offer.
that.
I had an offer in and it got pulled at the last minute, the day before I signed the papers.
They legit asked him what his political affiliation was, and they were Trump supporters. And they said, "Fuck you." They said, "Go back to Mexico."
Yeah.
And they said, "You're not buying this house."
No, that's not what happened. Let's not spread disinformation.
Dude.
Oh, dude, did you see there was this one clip that I saw on Instagram? No, no, not the Pornhub one. There's this reporter, and this guy walks in the back, and he's got on a Trump shirt, and he was like, "Hey, is this real news or fake news?" And the news reporter turns around and goes, "Fuck off," and then and then just
Oh,
like
I
keeps
love it.
reporting. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit!" And he
Yeah,
had this like look on his face, was like, "Yeah, I might lose my job, but it was worth it."
Yeah.
Worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
I'd
So you
say
didn't
it.
get the house.
No. Apparently kind of, but it just wasn't meant to be. Like there was just issues that came up in the last walkthrough. Like the owner just wasn't responsible, and apparently he's being sued by a family member for claim on the house. So like if I had bought it, I would have been in the middle of that legal dispute. So I'm like,
Yeah, you don't want that.
No.
so I'm back on the market looking for places, and there was a house I saw yesterday, and I was like, this is it. I
Back on
want
the
it.
market, guys.
I was like, this is the house, dude. This house was fucking sick. It was just beautiful. The backyard was great. It had built-in horseshoes. Like the horseshoes came with the house. And I was like, this is a plus. This is great.
You know that's a selling point for me.
It is. It is. Like I was like, this is cool. It came with a bidet in the a bidet in the master bathroom. I was like, let's do this.
Dude, I've never used a bidet.
You're
Me
missing
either.
out. You guys are missing out.
I've never
I
used
want
I've
one.
never used one.
Dude, you could get one at fucking Home Depot for like $60 and plug it into your sink, the water line to your sink.
butthole?
Yes.
Yeah, I watch a lot of the Two Bears One Cave podcast, and they have a sponsor on there called Tushy, and it's literally like one of those portable bidets you just hook up to your toilet. It's like
Yeah.
$70. I
Do
want
it.
one.
Do it. Dude, they're fucking fantastic. You're clean.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it. Like, if you got poop on any other part of your body, you're just not going to wipe it off with toilet paper.
Yeah.
You're going to wash it.
Yeah.
So why do we just?
It's less toilet paper because you're washing most of it out.
Yeah.
So you're just using less toilet paper.
Right. Like every time I poop, I'm wiping until I know it's all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So now you water it down.
Imagine people who only wipe once and there's still poop on their butt.
I've been there. I've been guilty of not wiping enough, and then like, and then you start getting itchy, and
You are sick.
it's not a good look.
You're fucking
And you can get your Tushy right now, listeners of this podcast. Go to tushy.com/bird-in-beard for 20% off.
Yeah.
I am dead.
Yeah. This house was sick. I was like, I could invite people over. Like it was a good house, but it went under contract 30 minutes after I saw it.
Fuck.
God.
Dude, yeah, buying a house is stressful. Just a heads up. Giving you guys a heads up.
Don't do it, mijo. Focus on what you got going on now.
No, I mean,
Why?
I want to buy a house. Like, I'm excited, but it's like I'm like mentally prepared. Like, when you guys are in that headspace, like I'm ready to settle down. It's going to take like 2-3 months. Just giving you a heads up. It might be shorter, but it's just
Like
I've been
I was telling
looking-
Clay, like I need to know where I'm going to be settling down, and then that's where I'm going to settle down. Do you know what I'm saying?
the thing is like it doesn't necessarily have to be that because like I'm looking at this house is like I'm looking in areas where I could rent it also. Like I
Right.
could keep it as an investment because there's a bunch of like there's Randolph Air Force Base, and there's also one of the biggest Air Force bases in the Lackland. Lackland is one of the biggest Air Force bases in the country.
Damn.
And granted, I don't want to live out there; it's too far west in San Antonio. But Randolph is east, and I'm like, I could buy a house here and just rent it out to military families and like keep it with me. And I know they're always getting paid by the military. So even if San Antonio isn't home, like I could keep this in my portfolio.
Yeah.
I know, like, so I was hanging out with Bennett, and like Bennett is buying the place that he's living in now. And then, like, should he ever move, he'll like rent it out to people. And I'm like, maybe that's like a smart move to do right now. You know, like,
Dude, mortgage rates are really low. Like, even if you got something in Beaverton,
I just don't know how to do any of that shit.
it's you find a good realtor, and they'll walk you through it. And you find a lender. You can go through a bank, or you could find a private lender. And private lenders are usually a little bit more flexible, whereas like major banks aren't. But like they'll approve you. They're like, all right, with your credit score and your statements, you're approved for $200,000. That doesn't mean you have to buy a $200,000 home. That just means like if you wanted to buy a $200,000 home, that's your cap.
Yeah.
And then like it's just statements. Like as you go through the process, they're like, send me your checkings, your savings, your monthly statement. Like send me all this paperwork, and it just takes a while. But
I'm taking baby steps. I just bought a car
yeah,
and I got payments on that. Yeah, I bought a Toyota RAV4. Yeah, I walked in there and they tried, like, they're like, okay, yeah, we got you approved. And they're trying to sell me on a 10% APR. And I like got up and I was like, that is no way that's happening. And they like kept me there and finally got it down to 2.5. And I was like, okay.
There you go.
Now we're in business. So once I get my car paid off, then I'll start the thought process of buying a house somewhere. But
So what'd you do with your old ride?
it's sitting out there rotting.
sell it for scrap metal and pay off that car.
Dude, scrap metal, it's like $200.
That's gasoline money at least.
Yeah, it's a car payment. But yeah, I had to wait and get with that Jeep that I had, I bought it in Oklahoma. It has an Oklahoma title. Whenever I moved to Oregon, I had to get Oregon plates, which made me have to get an Oregon title. Don't have the Oregon title. I don't know where the fuck it's at. I have the Oklahoma title. So I'm thinking if I try and sell it for scrap and I have the Oklahoma original title, they'll take it. But I don't know. It's out there just sitting right now.
Damn. I know. I keep thinking, I'm like, should I get a car? Should I get a car? I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna wait.
You don't really need a car in Portland.
Yeah, not in Portland.
Yo, I
Get yourself a scooter or a moped.
Moped, that would be dope.
Listen, someone's gonna steal my moped in this building if I keep it down there. So I'm not getting nothing that people can steal.
Get one of those electric bikes and keep it up in your apartment. That's like a moped.
No, I'm good walking.
Dude, you really don't need a car in Portland.
Yeah, well, you got fucking Big Bird legs. You fucking walk at 20 miles an hour.
Just like, get out of my way.
Dude.
I'm like,
Dude, keeping up with ice is the hardest thing ever for my short ass. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dana comes over to my house last night and she's like, God, why are you walking so fast? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, keep up. Like, I'm all the way at my door. She's still like steps behind me.
Dude,
you do walk fast.
Whenever I go on walks with ice, I'm just like, can you slow just a little bit? Like, take it down like a mile or two an hour.
I looked at those pictures that we took when we went to fucking Crooked Finger Road.
Oh, yeah.
We went where?
Her and I went hiking one time by ourselves.
And it was
I don't know where you were.
It was Crooked Finger Road.
I think I remember that.
Her and I just went to the middle of Oregon and just
and then we went the wrong way.
Yeah, we walked like 3/4 of a mile the wrong way. And we turned around and found the right way.
Thank God.
But it was steep. Like you couldn't bring dogs there because the fucking people were carrying their dogs up the mountain. It was like it was steep.
Somebody had a rope there and we had to walk down the rope.
Yeah, you had to climb down with the rope.
Holy shit.
But it was, and the water was
freezing, but it was sick. It was so
It was
sick.
beautiful. Yeah.
Do you guys remember that time we went to, I forget the name of it, but it's like where you had to walk through that like log jam
Yes!
or whatever, and that lady's dog fell down?
No!
Dude, I'm surprised that dog didn't die.
That's
I
what
know.
I'm saying.
I was like, holy shit.
That was cool. That was like one of the coolest like hikes that I've done to get to a waterfall, I feel like.
And it was like half a mile, if that.
Yeah, it was
If
super
If
short.
that. But yeah, Clay turned
But
into
that log jam
Superman.
was scary as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that dog. I was like, how did this dog not just get impaled by all this wood? Like, and she
Yeah.
was choking it. She's like, we're like, let go.
Let it go. Jesus.
Why would you bring your dog through that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly it made it over it because she was on her way back.
Yeah.
Right.
God damn.
God, that shit's scary though. Like you hear about people falling off cliffs and shit, and it's like,
I wanted to slap that bitch. I was like, what are
yeah, what are you doing?
you doing?
Keep the dog at home, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Is
during-
Monoma Falls finally open?
I don't know. No, it is. Because last weekend, Dana and I went on the steamroller, and that went on the Columbia River, and it was on Halloween. And the Multnomah Falls was open, like the parking
Nice.
lot. If you know you're going to the Cascade
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Well, it's always open. You could like for a point there, like you could park there, but you couldn't walk up the fucking. Because I took my brothers there and it was closed.
Oh, when was that?
A year and a half ago.
Oh, no, it's open now, dog.
Okay, my bad.
It's open. Open for
Oh,
bid.
you could tell from the fucking boat it was open.
I'm like, Multnomah Falls is open.
Yeah. Because even if
Yeah.
well, but
Do you guys miss
Anything
living
else?
here or what? Or do you guys like where you're at?
I miss it.
part of me misses it. Part of me is just like that chapter's done. You
Yeah.
can move
Yeah.
on. You know,
I feel
it's part
that.
of life. The one place I don't miss is Arizona. I'm so glad I'm out of there. But like,
I wouldn't miss Arizona either.
but I miss home. Like sometimes I'm like, should I move back to the Bay? Sometimes I'm like, should I move back to Boise? Like those are all good chapters in my life and memories. But it's like progress. You just got to move forward and keep running through walls and try to figure out your place in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I like San Antonio. Granted, I haven't really experienced a lot of it because I've been home a lot. But I like the town.
How far are you from Austin?
An hour.
Oh, I want to come.
Yeah.
Dude, I could live in Austin.
Yeah.
Austin's fucking dope.
I haven't been to Austin yet, but I want to soon. I feel like it's time.
It's like a it's like a weird mix of like for I've only been twice, and both times that I went, it's really fucking cool. It's like this weird mix of like cowboys and hippies, but like everybody from what I
Gets
saw, like
That's you, Clay.
right? Why am I not living in Austin? It's
Dude,
like-
that's where you need to be, dude.
I know. It's like I checked everyone's phone, and on their playlist, it was a solid mix of Willie Nelson and Fish. So I don't know what I'm not doing there.
Well, move down here and we'll start a business.
Dang.
What
And
kind of
then
business?
Get
What
in
kind
the
of business?
cover.
If you could start any business, what would it be?
Like a brick and mortar business.
Yeah, any business. Like money's not an option.
I thought we were all frozen. I was like, money's not an option. You and I were talking about it. I was like, I'd love to create like a recording studio and just give people opportunities. Like if money was an issue, I'd give lower rates, and I just want people to like just come into my studio and fulfill their dreams. And whether it's crap and they want to pay for it, like
Voiceover.
you at least got to come into a professional studio and got to record.
That would be fucking
cool.
awesome. You're working with music all day.
Yeah, music or voiceover or
Yeah.
podcasting. Like I'd want like almost like a warehouse where I could have like different entities of like rooms of me like, all right, this is
Set
the
up.
podcast, there's a podcast wing, and you could rent it out, and like here's voiceovers and you have engineers, and over here you have, you know, guitars and stuff. And I'd love to
Yeah.
have like a compound, kind of like Tyler Perry has like his Tyler Perry Studios, and he has like 10 like record like movie sets, you know what I'm saying? Down in Atlanta. Like that's a dream. Like Tyler Perry fucking is a fucking G, dude.
That would be
Like,
cool.
To be living in your car to being a billionaire, that's fucking insane.
It's pretty slick.
And you have your own fucking recording studios where they recorded Black Panther and all these fucking movies. Like he has 10 studios. He has 10 like he has his own town. Like there's a street that's like they film on the street and it's like homes, like fake homes just built. He owns like hundreds of acres. That's fucking dope.
That is dope.
Crazy to think about.
What would
That
your
would be-
business be, Ice?
Voiceover business, or
Cheese company.
I always have wanted to have like a fucking food cart and call it Ice and Slice, where you get snow cones and a slice of pizza.
You're in the perfect city for doing that.
Yeah.
Ice and Slice, baby.
San Antonio is huge.
And then I do like interviews and podcasts from people who come to my food cart, and then it becomes like famous on Food Network.
You could do that right now.
yeah.
I'm doing it.
Literally.
Take that car money you were thinking about and put it into
Yeah,
buy a
food
van.
cart.
Yeah.
I need people to help me make the snow cones, or is it just me? Do I do it all?
You can get on eBay and get a snow cone machine right now for like $1,000 probably.
And then DiGiorno pizza and fucking get pizza.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, guys.
DiGiorno.
Dude, I started during the pandemic, I started making my own pizza. Making your own pizza is not really that hard.
Like crusts and all.
The dough is the hardest part.
The dough is the hardest part. Made everything. Made the dough,
Oh.
made the pizza sauce, cultivated the cheese myself.
When Bennett made
Shut up.
turkey, Bennett made the noodles. He made the sauce from scratch.
What did he make?
He made hand rolled pasta. So he made the noodles,
Wow.
pasta sauce. He made asparagus with fucking Parmesan on top. And I said, oh,
That's dope. Bennett is such like a renaissance man. Like
Bennett
he,
awesome.
he can do everything. Like it wouldn't surprise me if it's like you're on a road trip with Bennett and then like something breaks in your car and he's like, oh yeah, all you have to do is do this, and like he like fixes it like without any tools. Like he does everything.
He does.
What if he has the vaccine for COVID?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's one of the more interesting people that I've ever met.
Yeah.
Ever in my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's a gem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bennett, if you're watching, we love you. Wow, I'm all talked out.
Yeah. What are you guys going to do for the rest of the day?
Chill out. Chill out. I don't get some food.
Yeah, I'm going to get some food too. I'm going to get some Postmates.
I've never used Postmates.
What?
Really?
Ever?
Never. Ever. Or Uber Eats. I've never ordered food.
I used to deliver for Postmates whenever I was on street team.
Do you ever sneak some food? Do you ever like take a French fry?
Well, no. But one time whenever I was delivering food, my car broke down and I had the food with me. And I had to like through the app, I had to be like, dude, my car is like smoking right now. I have your food, but you're gonna have to like cancel the order. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. So it canceled, and then I got and then I ate the food and it was dope. It was free.
Clay broke his car on purpose.
No, I definitely didn't. This was at a time like I had just moved to Portland, had like $14 in my account, have like 4 hours a week on street team, and I'm like doing Postmates like to survive. And I got a free meal, but a broken car. I was like, this is all right day.
What was wrong with your car?
The hose to the radiator broke. So it was an easy fix, but like I had to like go get the part.
Yeah.
And so like it just like started smoking and shit. And I was like, damn it.
Damn, dude.
Well, now you got a new car.
Now I got a new car, baby.
Hey.
All right. Well, if you want to follow us at Bird and Beard.
Wow.
Gang.
You sound so enthusiastic about that.
I know.
I don't even think I want to follow you.
Well, you do follow us, so fuck you.
Hey, follow us at The Bird and the Beard, and you can follow me at Dude It's Ice. Cause
Dude, it's ice.
Detroit Hustle's harder.
No, yeah, I did see. I saw. I forget when it was, but it might have been Halloween. But you had posted a picture, Ice, and you literally had on a mask that said "Detroit Hustles Harder." You had on a shirt that said "Detroit Hustles Harder," and you had on a fanny pack that said "Detroit Hustles Harder."
And I
was
have
like-
gloves that say Detroit Hustles Harder. And I have a beanie. Yeah, a beanie. I have it all, dude.
I was wondering to myself. I was like, I wonder where the fuck she's from.
She's from St. Clair Shores, man.
Shut up. I'm from Detroit. I was born in that motherfucking hospital. All right, St. John's. Bitch. I'll kill you guys. I'm gonna in my shank.
Whenever you filmed Flavor of Love, was that in Detroit or where was that?
Flavor of Love was in California, the Sherman Oaks.
Gotcha.
Yep. And then I Love Money was in Mexico, Hualtuco.
Oh, so you did two
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just knew Flavor of Love.
No, she
Really?
loves money. She loves money, man.
I'm done. I can't talk to you anymore.
She had too much cranberry juice.
You can find both of those episodes or seasons. What season were you on? Season 3?
So I was on Flavor of Love season 3. I believe you can find that on DVD and Prime maybe as well. And then on I Love Money 2, you can find on Amazon Prime, maybe Hulu.
And just for all the people that aren't aware, how did you initially introduce yourself to Flava Flav?
So initially, when I had met the man, Flavor Flav, the front man of Public Enemy, I proposed that he should call me Vanilla because I am one flavor he will never forget. He looks at me and he looks me up and down and he goes, "Yep, I'm calling you Ice."
And that's how she got the name Ice.
Ba-ba-ba!
Have you reached out to him like at all after or no?
No, maybe a couple of times, like on like Instagram and like Twitter and shit, just because I don't know if he's the one who like owns those accounts, but like there have been plenty of people in Vegas that are like, "Oh my God, Flav's at this bowling alley or Flav's at this bar," and they'll send me pictures of Flav like sitting right down the like bar from them, because that's where he lives, is in Vegas. So
Oh wow.
I think he would like know me, like if I were to like fucking like hit him up or like kick it with him.
And just be like, "Yo, what's up?" He'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, Ice."
100%. I think it would remember me for sure.
That's awesome.
Pretty slick. It's cool.
Pretty slick. You said that a couple times now. Is that some new lingo you're throwing around?
Yeah.
Slick. Yeah. I like it. I don't hate it.
Slick, dude. It's slick.
I always love hearing new lingo start to creep in. I'm always
You know-
looking to expand my
Make it up.
You know
profile.
what I said
Sounds-
yesterday?
sounds
I was
good.
super embarrassed. I said, "No way, Jose." And I was like, "What the fuck? What am I,
Listen,
6 years old?"
one time I was at like a movie premiere and I said, "We're getting ready to start the movie. Okie dokie." Who's
Rough.
okie dokie?
Rough. That reminds me, like, do you guys ever have those? I mean, everyone does, like, those things that you say and then, like, you think about them, like, years later. Like,
Why did I say that?
yeah, like, the one that still keeps me up some nights
Oh,
is
no.
it was my first time flying. I was going to Las Vegas with some of my friends for a bachelor party. First time on a flight, I get set down. I'm excited. And the people sitting next to me, I was like, "Are you guys going to Vegas too?" And they looked at me and the dude was like, "Yeah, man, we're on the same flight." And I was like, "Oh, okay, got it." It's like,
Dude.
God,
Dude,
one time, say that.
Dude, one time I think we've talked about this on the early episodes, but one time I got super baked and I got on a plane and it was an edible and I was just freaking out in general because I don't take weed that well. And
Not an apple.
and I'm seated, I got my thing on, and then I just look over to the lady next to me. I said, "Ma'am, please tell me this plane is going to Reno." She's like, "Yeah, like you're on the plane." I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Ma'am.
Like how would I get on the plane? Like I just got a fake ticket, like it was fucking Home Alone 2.
You're an idiot.
the
Dude, I was
worst.
so fucking high.
I don't know
So
how I-
high.
call me ma'am. I'm like, ma'am.
Well, she was an
Man.
older lady. I was like, man, please tell me this plane is going to Reno.
Ma'am.
And she was like, dude.
You should have said, excuse me, miss.
Hey, bitch, where's this plane going?
Yeah. 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 I think about that all the time.
That's
It's
what
like,
I
why-
want to refer to people to as a bitch.
You bitch.
Hey, you fucker.
Hey, fucko. That's a good
All
one.
right. Now we're definitely out of things to talk about. We're just throwing out cuss words.
Fuck ass.
Fuck ass. That's a good
All
one.
right. Follow us at Bird of the Beard. Wherever Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play.
I
Follow-
had the podcast too.
No, I really don't.
I thought you were doing the podcast with Huggy.
We haven't done an episode in a really long time, but you can still listen to our 6 episodes we have at Huggy and Ice Podcast.
I thought you guys were still doing that.
No. Oh.
No liquids in the studio.
Yeah.
All right, at Bird and Beard, and we'll be back next week. Same time, same place. Love you so much.